Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another installment on this Hobbycraft slash Idea 1/72nd scale F-18A B Hornet. So finally finished it, guys and gals, of course. Um, yeah, it's been a long time coming. So where did I leave off last? Oh yeah. So two things that I was having issues with was the actuator for the canopy. So after looking at some reference photos, this is correct for it. There's just one actuator towards the back that lifts up the whole canopy, unlike the single seater, which is like a completely different setup. So I just went with that. Uh, One thing though, as far as the how the canopy opens from the back or the latches is, and I showed you on the one of the schematics that I have here. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Um, just give me 1 second. Okay, yeah. So here's the one for the two-seater. As you can see here, it kind of like has these latches right here where you open it up. And with the canopy, with the kit itself, you just had to cut this part off. So it's not even accurate. But I wasn't going to deal with that, man. That was just too much. So what I did, I just closed it off on the end here. Well, halfways anyway. And on the back of the canopy, I actually put a piece of plot plate. But the problem with that is that, if you can see there, I forgot to paint it black. So I was going to try and remove the bottom piece inside here, the black one, and then paint that. But I was like, no, no, I'm just asking for another setback. So I just left it as is. And then, of course, glued the canopy in place and was lucky enough that it's on there, just from the actuator arm and just a tad bit of a super glue on the back, but it's not even holding right. As you can see, it shakes, but perfect, works for me. And yeah, the other thing that I had issues with was the gold and blue um, colors here. I didn't want to mask it because I didn't want to risk breaking these off and then just making a mess and yeah, just going through all sorts of trouble. So I was debating how can I do it. I was brainstorming and like, oh wait a minute, I have some silver strip decal that I've had since forever. So I looked on eBay, found me those two colors. Lucky enough, they were pretty cheap, and I got them here quick. So the blue one was from Scale Master, which is the same one that I have in silver, and this was from a different brand. It's like for railroads, and it was just this size. The problem with the gold is you actually have to cut the strip at the edges because it's just one whole sheet. But that's all right. Just having a sharp X-Acto knife, and there you go. And of course with the blue ones in different sizes. So there it is. It's not completely straight, but it does the job. And the colors were pretty close. I mean, the gold obviously is pretty close enough. The blue, it's a little bit darker, but it'll work. At least there's that detail there. So I'm happy with that. Um, and yeah, the other last thing that I added was the pitot tubes from the kit itself. I just kind of sharp them up a little bit more, and it's done. What you see here at the corner, that's just probably from super glue, but I don't want to risk using a knife to clear that corner up. Well, actually, you know what? I am gonna try it. Let me see if I can clear that up real quick because it's bugging me. Hopefully, it won't break off. Yeah, it looks like I'm playing with fire, so I'll just leave it as is. But so it's done finally. I am happy the way it came out. The decals from the kit are just poo poo. So I used some of them, of course, because I didn't have any choice, like the Hornet and some of these over here. These I had from another 1/72 scale kit from Monogram in 1/72 scale. And they were really old, but it worked. And these, of course, I had to use from the kit itself. So I'm just happy that it worked. And stuck on there with some little bit of solva set. Let me see if I can get this going. There we go. So, so happy. Oh yeah, and then I just added those final details here on the exhaust area or intake, whatever. Oh yeah, and the other thing that I worked on. Hold on a second, guys. Was the tail hook. Let me see if you can. Oh, you can kind of see the detail on there. So it's way better than what the kit came with. Scratch built it myself. If you saw from the little short clip I made. And yeah, just used oops, hold on a second. I just used some aluminum from a can for this little piece here for the hook itself. It's not completely accurate, but for the scale and this where it goes, I'm not too worried about that. It's still an improvement over the kit part, which was basically a plastic toothpick. Literally, you saw that on the other video. And then it kind of like did this the way it's on the actual aircraft. But I didn't want to mess with the details here because, like I said, it served its purpose. And I was going to add thinking about adding the bombs here, but I just left them off. I figure I'd just keep the whole aircraft white and not have olive drab missiles kind of distract you from that. So, oh, come on, battery. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, there it is. Finally done. Let me see if I can slow it down. Oops, wrong one. Oop. Oh, okay. Didn't you know it did that? Okay, I guess that's the slowest. I wanted to do that though. Okay, so there we go. Oh, so finally, let me know what you guys think of it. I mean, is that the most accurate aircraft or the best model kit I've done? Far from it, and I hate using white, but because if I put it under a bright light, oh god, you see all the imperfections. It's horrible. But as far as it looks right now, it's not bad. To the naked eye, it looks pretty good. If you put any aircraft or model under a fluorescent light, you're gonna see way more blemishes than what you want. But for what I see now, it works for me. It's done. Do I recommend this kit to anybody? That depends on what your modeling skills and what you like or how you like working with them. It's a very simple kit, like I said before. So if you like scratch building or adding aftermarket parts, then yeah, it's a good kit because it's basically a blank canvas. Hardly any details on it or surface details on it. I pretty much scribed most of these panel lines. I did correct the tail stabilators at corner area for this particular aircraft. Added, of course, the electronic base, and as far as that aftermarket set goes, it it's not accurate either because the doors here, they're too long for each other. They're overlap here, these two. So yeah, they're too big for the actual resin part where you have all the equipment and stuff. But if you just leave them open like that, then it's not a big deal. But the hatches do overlap, so if you find any, be mindful of that. You might have to cut that off, or just make your own out of some aluminum sheets, like from a soda can or something. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and also you can kind of see there some imperfections on the gold. That flat area there, you can see it right there. Like I said, the kid decals, they weren't so bad. Just a little decal solvent, like I use this from Revell. So it worked for me, not too bad. But like the smaller ones, if I tried to look for some different ones from other decal sets that I had, and especially for the formation lights, those aren't from this kit. They were smaller, so these are not even to scale to the aircraft, unless the test bird had different sized formation lines. This one I had to cut because it didn't match the rest of the decals, so yeah, I had to compromise. But other than that, all the other ones formed pretty good. They stuck to it really good. What else? That's pretty much it. I mean, everything else was pretty straightforward as far as the build goes. I also told you about the canopy there that it cracked on me. But I managed to clean it up some with future floor polish when I was done with the aircraft. But if you look close, you can see some of the cracking on the canopy. It was really cheap plastic, so the polish did help a lot, clear it up a little bit. Anyways, there you go. Let me see if I can switch the. Let's see if it goes one way now. There you go. Oh yeah, another thing that I forgot to put was the head-up display, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's a simple kit. I did what I could to, bring it up a notch, and it's done. Let me know what you guys think again. With that said, before I keep blabbering, I'll just show you a little bit more with me being quiet, and it's on to the next project, or try and finish my other unfinished projects. Yeah. All right. See you on the next one, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.